Everybody, playing with my favoriteest molds today, Peacock molds. I love it so much. I had to get 2 of them. I ordered another one. Took a little while to get it, but I just love them. This is what I make with them. Let's see. And you can do all colors. I put magnets on the back, those little mini magnets that you get, and I make fridge magnets out of them. I think they're too big for like a pendant or anything like that, but they're really cute fridge magnets. That's what I'm going to make today. I'm going to make 2 of them. So I'm using Magic Resin. It's a 2-part resin. It's a tabletop epoxy. There's usually 2 kinds of epoxies. One is for deep casting, you know, when they do those, you know, pyramids, or people do like river tables and stuff. And it's a thinner resin. You have a lot more working time, and you get less bubbles. Because it's thinner, the bubbles can go to the top, you know, and pop and go away. But what I'm using today is a tabletop epoxy, 2-part. You mix it 50-50. It's Magic Resin. And it cures overnight, whereas the other resin takes, anywhere up to 3 or 4 days to cure. This will cure overnight. Problem is there's more bubbles. The bubbles are harder to get out, but I think for these molds it's going to be fine. So I'm going to do one with sapphire blue and emerald green. The other one, and I'm going to put some glitter in it. And the other one is going to be peacock blue and violet. So I'm going to split my resin up into 4. I put the 2 parts of the resin together, part A and part B, and I mixed it for about 4 minutes. Normally what I do is I heat the resin up, the 2 separate parts, before I mix them. And that really helps with the bubbles. I was lazy today. I didn't do that. So I might pay for it a bit with bubbles, but we're going to see. I think it'll be fine. With these molds, they're pretty sturdy, so I will be able to torch and get some of the bubbles out. I think I got way too much resin, so I better get another mold handy. I'm going to need it. Make something else. Can't waste your resin. I'll leave a little bit of clear. Okay, so, oops, forgot my popsicle sticks for mixing. Okay, break them in half because I'm a miser. Make everything stretch it as far as I can. Okay, so let's see what this, I'm just going to put the sparkles in one color. So I think with this one, I'll put the blue in there. And the green in here. I don't want the green to be too dark. This is an emerald green. It's pretty dark. So let's mix those up. Ooh. Oh, that looks so nice. Ooh, there's a lot of bubbles. I may have set myself a trap. Okay, that looks good. Mix this up. Yeah, that's quite a bit lighter. Should I add more? I think I better add just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There, one more drop. And then I'm going to have these beautiful chunky, this is Let's Resin Opal Glitter. I love it. I put it in everything, as you probably know if you watch my videos. Yeah, I'm going to have way too much resin. Better get my heart mold ready. Maybe some bookmarks. Ooh. Okay, that's ready. I'm going to get them all ready first. And this is the purple. I'm going to put the purple in the middle. And I'll put the peacock blue on the outside. Ooh. Beautiful. And peacock blue. Put that on the outside. These are less resin dyes. The links for all these things, looks pretty green, eh? The links for all these things will be in my description. Working with resin, if you're not in a well-ventilated room, you need to wear a respirator and follow the instructions, manufacturer's, cautions and all that. I'm in a great big room with high ceilings, so I'm okay without a respirator, but you should wear gloves. It depends how sensitive you are, but it's sticky, so I would say wear gloves. Unless you forget, like I often do. But, I just wet a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol and the resin comes right off. Well, it's pretty. It's kind of a greeny blue. And sparkles. Cannot forget the sparkles. Putting the sparkles. Oh, what was I going to do? I'm going to put them in the green. It's weird. It's they're purple, violet opal. Let's do that. What the heck? I've never had one of these not turn out gorgeous. And you can also add embellishments after. Sometimes I add a few little pearls and stuff to it. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. Okay, so I think I'm going to start. I'll put this down the middle. Just like that. And then I'm going to get this and pour it all around. That's usually the way I do it. I don't know why. No rules. I just kind of like doing it this way. Oops. There's a few little nooks and crannies you want to get filled in. That should do it. Just want to make sure that, let me get it. Oh, there's a toothpick. Just want to make sure it gets right up into, he's got a little plume on the top of his head. I want to make sure it gets right up in there. And I think I'll draw that down a little bit. Maybe mix it in a little bit. That should be good. Let's do the other one. I'm going to do the green in the middle. Ooh, look at that. That's so nice. And then the blue, sapphire blue. Make sure that goes up a little bit more there. Woo. Make sure his little plume gets filled there. Sometimes I put a nice little pearl or rhinestone up on his plume. I'm just going to mix those a little bit. That's about it. That's about all there is to do. Look at all that extra resin. So I'm going to give it a torch. Try not to get the torch too much on the mold, but they're pretty sturdy molds. I feel like this needs a bit more green in here. Ooh, it's pretty full. I'm just going to fan it out a little bit. that so it kind of goes gradual. Nice. Do the same thing over here. Just kind of mix it so that it's blended. Make some of the green go up a bit. That should do it. I think I can get it a little bit more. And I'll go back after. It looks like I put a little bit too much there. So I'll go back. Oh, I know what it is. My table isn't quite level. It's not bad, but my little tray thing, because it's not much, but it's just kind of drifting up a little bit, so we'll just lift that a little. Okay, so it looks good, and I'll come back and just give it a torch every 10 minutes or so for about an hour as those bubbles raise up. Actually, I think I can get a bit more green in here. So that it's filled right up. And then, so that I'm just going to torch it every, like I say, every 15 minutes or so for about an hour. And then we leave it overnight. We'll come back in the morning and see what we got. Now I got to go make some bookmarks with all my extra resin. Yeah. I might as well share with you my fun of making the bookmarks. So here we go. What am I going to do? I think I'll just go kind of up one side with the blue. Okay, so we'll just give everything another torch. I should not be torching these bookmark molds. Ugh. But my barbecue lighter is burnt out. It's out of gas. Because this, torching your finer molds like this is not good. Trust me, I learned the hard way. I'm going to have to buy some new ones. Oh. Okay, so we'll wait and see. I'll be back tomorrow morning and we'll see what we got. I think they're going to be very nice. Alrighty, it's the next morning. Let's see what we got. Okay, so here's the blue one. Oh, pretty. A few tiny little bits I'll have to, oh, they're just popping right off. Pretty. Nice and hard. Let's see what the purple and green one came out like. Ooh, nice. I mean, you can do lots of, sometimes like I've done more, you know, different things. Pretty. So easy. Love this mold. So there's a link to it in the description. Let's see what these bookmarks turned out like. And I also want to show you what happens to your molds when you torch too much. That's pretty. That'd be nice. I'll put some tassels on those. Oh yeah, pretty. You can see, yeah, there are bubbles in it because I used the deep cast or the tabletop, but they're still nice. If you use like an opaque pigment, you won't see the bubbles. Oh, pretty. I'll probably put some, on the plain ones, I'll probably put some words on them, you know, like read on or believe or something like that. Yeah, I want to show you what happens to your molds. Yeah, I mean, that one turned out okay. I'll probably have to dome it because I don't know if you can see. You see how it's heaved in the middle? It's hard to tell, but because I torched it, it's heaved in the middle, so it kind of wrecks your molds. Still usable, but you know, your bookmarks will come out with that, you can't really see it, but you see there's a little wow in there. It's a little divot. I could dome it, but yeah. Same with that one. That turned out nice. And then my little guy. Oh yeah, so cute. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to show you really quickly how I put the magnets on. It's really easy. So I use UV resin. UV resin is kind of expensive. I've had this bottle for like 6 months and I think it's still half full. All I do with these UV resin, all I use it for is little, like this type of thing, or in my jewelry if I need to secure a stone or something. I just find it's too expensive to use to actually make whole things, unless you're making really little things. So I get these magnets from Amazon, and they're really strong. For little guys, they're really strong. Tricky thing with these is keeping them separated, because you get them anywhere near each other, they're gonna attract each other, you know. So what I do, you need a UV flashlight, again from Amazon. I'll have to put a link on that. Click it. It always takes me a while to get the right. Come on, where's my UV? There we go. Purple UV. And you can see. My batteries might be getting low on that. So what I do, I just kind of space them, you know, kind of evenly-ish. And I just put a drop. Just a drop of UV resin. First one's easy because you just set it down. Hit it with the UV flashlight just for about 15 seconds, just enough for it to set so that it won't move. Doesn't take long. I think my batteries are dying in my flashlight, but that should be, yeah, that's enough to keep it there. And then I get the next one, and what you have to do is you have to shield that magnet, because if you put it down without kind of shielding the other one, it's going to go wing, zip right over and stick to it. So that's good. Now put the other one, say right there. And I get a toothpick handy so that once I put the magnet down, see, it's already, it tries to go over there. So I just hold it in place, get my UV flashlight on it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just holding it, the magnet down with the toothpick so it doesn't move. I just stick my UV flashlight on it just long enough for it to set so that it's not going to go and clam onto its neighbor there. Good, good, good. And the last one. Cover that, those two, put it on. See how it's already, it immediately tries to drift towards the other ones. You gotta hold it still. Ooh, get the UV light on it. It's crazy how strong these little magnets are. Yeah, it's trying to go there. Okay, once it kind of sets enough to stop moving, 15-20 seconds, then I've got one of those nail UV lights. I just stick it under there, 5 minutes or so, and that hardens it. So that's it. Then I package them up, my little packagey thing. And $15 is what I've been pricing them, but I don't know if they're gonna sell or not because it's been my store's been closed because of COVID. But I might drop that down to like 10 or 12, just because there's a fair bit of resin in there. So that is it. Yeah, they're fun, and I love this mold. It's awesome, and I've used it a lot, and it hasn't deteriorated or stuck at all, so it's good. So have fun. Happy peacocking. Here we are. Pretty, you call that a gaggle of peacocks? I don't know. See that when I just put little rhinestones on? Yeah, I love that mold.